Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Max VEDHA, Max Redefined. So in this video, we can have an introduction about perimeter and area. Well, before going into the definition of perimeter and area, let's have a recap about the shapes. So we know that there are a lot of 2D shapes, that is two-dimensional shapes like triangle, rectangle, circle, square, pentagon, oval, trapezium, diamond or rhombus, hexagon, octagon and parallelogram. So we have a lot of 2D shapes we have seen in the last class. So we have another term is polygons. What are polygons? So polygons are a closed figure with at least 3 straight lines or sides. So the figure should be closed and it should contain at least 3 straight lines, or we can say it as a sides. Fine. So it does not have any curved lines or sides. As I said, there are two conditions for a polygon. It has straight line and no curved line. But in this 2D shapes, can you notice for circle and for oval, there is no straight line and it is completely made up of curved lines. So although it is a 2D shape, it is not considered as a polygons. Fine. Let us move on to our topic, perimeter and area. So whatever the closed figure may be, perimeter can be defined as the distance around the edge of a shape, whatever the shape may be, whether it can be a square, rectangle, triangle, whatever it is, the distance around the edge of a shape is called as the perimeter. And what about area? The area represents the amount of space inside the shape, the same shape, whether it can be a square, rectangle, triangle, parallelogram, trapezium, whatever it is, the amount of space inside a shape is called as area. Fine. And before moving on to the topic, so the word perimeter comes from the Greek word called perimetron. So what is peri? Peri means around, meter is to measure. So from the word perimetron, that is measuring around the shape, it is called as perimeter. So this figure gives you a good idea about what is perimeter and what is area. Suppose I am owning a piece of land and I decide to make it as a garden. That garden portion is called as an area. So after I go with my beautiful garden, I need to fence my garden to protect from any animals, right? So that I fence my area, that is called as perimeter. Yes, and you can see this. Look at this picture. The land part is called as an area, then which is perimeter. So where I need to fence is called as the perimeter. So the red cross around the garden, around the area, it is called as the perimeter. So you have yet another picture to get a clear idea. The horse grazing, it is called as the area, and the fenced around, it is called as the perimeter. So how to find perimeter and area of a particular shape or field or a ground or whatever may be, whatever the shape it may be. So there are some formulae to calculate perimeter and area. So in this video, we are concentrating 3 shapes: square, rectangle and triangle. We are not going to memorize any formula, we are going to derive the formulas. Let us start with the square. We know the square has 4 sides and all the sides are equal. So in order to find the area of the square, whose side measure 3 units, you can see in the picture. So all the sides are going to be 3 units. We have divided the square into equal parts, that is small squares. Let us count how many small squares we get inside. Yes, it is inside because we are talking about area. Fine. So how many small squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So totally I got 9 small squares In other words, I can say in each row, I got 3 small squares, right? So if I add up, I got 9 squares in total. So the area of this particular square is 3 into 3, 9 square units. Since the square was small, so I can divide it into equal parts and make it up by multiplying the total number of small squares inside. It is so simple, isn't it? But imagine if the square is of a piece of land, a plot, a room, or a city. In that case, we cannot apply this method. Then, how to find the area for a large piece of area or land? Here, we need the formula. So let us derive the formula for ourselves rather than by hearting. So in this square, we know the inner portion or area. So let us shade the area that is to be found. So the yellow shaded portion is what I am going to find out. Since this is the square, all the sides are going to be equal. Let us have it as A. So all the 4 sides can be represented as A because all the sides are equal. Now, let us find the area of the square. So the area of the square is nothing but, in a row or a column, I have A and another A, that is side. A is nothing but a side, and I have another side. And row, I have a A in the row and I have another A in the column. So I can just multiply both. So side into side, square units. So this is the area of the square. For example, if the area is equal to 5 km, then the area would be 5 km into 5 km is equal to 25 km square. Let us derive the formula of perimeter of the square. So as we have already learned, perimeter is a distance around the particular shape. So we can travel around the shape now. So this is the perimeter we are going to find. Now let's travel around the shape, that is the square. So A. So perimeter of the square would be A, that is a side, plus why I am adding it is I am just rounding around the shape, not getting into the shape. So again I have another A when I cross over, side plus, so again I am traveling, I found one A, yes, that is called a side, and again I am continue my traveling, I got the last A, that is side. So the perimeter of the square is side plus side plus side plus side. Instead of saying side plus side plus side plus side, why can't I say 4 into side units? So this is the formula for perimeter of the square, that is 4 into side units. So to summarize, the perimeter of the square is equal to 4 into side units, and the area of the square is side into side square units. Let us move on to the next shape, rectangle. As we all know, in a rectangle, opposite sides are equal, and we call the horizontal side as a length and vertical side as breadth. We represent length as L and breadth as B. Now, the area of the rectangle will be, as we know, for an area, we always focus only on the inner side of the shape. So, the green shaded portion is its area. We have 2 different sides here, length and breadth. So, by multiplying both the sides, that is L and M, I am going to multiply both the sides. I can derive the formula, that is L into B square units. That's the formula to find the area of the rectangle. Now, to find out the perimeter of the rectangle, let's take the same rectangle with length, horizontal portion, and the vertical portion is breadth B, L and B. So perimeter of the rectangle is, so for any perimeter we are going to round about, that is moving around. So let's start with L. So what's inside the red color circle? It is L. So I am taking L. So always for perimeter I am going to add. So plus, I got another color. I got another color, green, it is B plus, and I got red again, so inside there is L, and I am moving around, I got another green, inside it is B. So the perimeter of the rectangle is L plus B plus L plus B. So instead of writing like this, we can have it as 2 into L plus B. That is, we are adding L plus B 2 times. And the formula is perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into L plus B units. So to summarize, perimeter of the rectangle is 2 into L plus B units and area of the rectangle is L into B square units. Fine. So we got the formula for any rectangle and square. Now, our third shape, it is triangle. So triangle, yes. As we all know, it has 3 sides closed. So the sides can be of any length. The types can be discussed in your higher grades. So in this grade, there will be a closed figure which is constructed by any 3 sides. So before we derive the formula, area of the triangle formula, let's have the rectangle picture first. Now I'm going to divide this rectangle into 2 equal halves. So as we know, for any rectangle we have length and breadth. Just now we have seen. So we have length and breadth. Now I'm going to divide this rectangle into 2 equal halves in this way. Now what I got? I got 2 pieces of triangle, right? See the triangle 1 and triangle 2. It is a closed figure with 3 sides. So for this triangle, let's call the length as base, that is B, and breadth as height H. I'm just changing the name, that's it. Instead of calling length in rectangle, I'm calling it as base in triangle B. Instead of calling breadth in rectangle, I'm calling it as height in triangle. So I got 2 such triangles. Now the area of the triangle will be, let's shade the inner portion as usual. So this is the one I'm going to find. So we know the area of the rectangle is L into B. Just now we have seen it is L into B. But since the triangle is made from half of the rectangle, the area can be half of the area of rectangle. See, this is L into B. So the same way I can derive B into H, because L is nothing but B, B is nothing but H here. But since it is only half, the formula can be 1 by 2 into B into H. This is how the formula for triangle has been derived. So don't memorize like 1 by 2 B into H. Don't memorize like that. Just take the rectangle. We are dividing into half. There it is L into B. Just the name has been changed as base into height B into H. So half triangle, we are talking about the half of the rectangle. So it is 1 by 2 B into H square units. So let's derive the formula for perimeter of the triangle. So as we are aware, a triangle has 3 sides, side 1, side 2 and side 3. For a perimeter, let's travel around the triangle as usual. So let's start from side 1. Yes, side 1. I'm writing it as side 1. What we are going to do? We are going to add up because it is a perimeter. So plus, let's travel around. I can find a side 2. I'm writing it as side 2 plus. Again I'm traveling, continuing my travel. I got a side 3. That's it, because side 1 is already there. So the perimeter of the triangle is side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 units. I can make it inside the brackets. So side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 units is the formula for perimeter of the triangle. So again, to summarize, I can say the perimeter of the triangle is side 1 plus side 2 plus side 3 units, whereas the area of the triangle is 1 by 2 into B into H square units. So far we have seen the perimeter and area formula of square, rectangle and triangle. Have you noticed after the formula of area of the square, rectangle and triangle, we intimated square units. And for a perimeter of a square, rectangle and triangle, we wrote just units. Yes, units and square units. Why is that so? Have you ever think of? Yes, let's clarify it. It's simple. So for a perimeter, we are adding all the sides. And for an area, we are multiplying the units as per the shape. So to the units, normally we have x plus x equal to 2x. So x into x is x squared. Why is that so? Because we are just adding x and x. So I got 1x, 2x. Whereas while I am multiplying x into x, 2 into 2. So x 2 square. So it is x into x, it is x squared. For example, 5 centimeter plus 5 centimeter. 5 plus 5, 10 centimeter. Whereas 5 centimeter into 5 centimeter. 5 into 5, 25. Centimeter into centimeter, it is centimeter square. So it is very simple. Don't memorize. Like for perimeter, it should ends with units, and for area it should ends with square units. Don't memorize. Just remember the simple. For area we are multiplying, so we are multiplying the units also. For perimeter we are just adding up, so we are just adding up the units. So for any perimeter it is just units. For any area it is square units. Yes. So we have completed all our shapes, that is square, rectangle and triangle. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel Max VEDHA for more videos. We will be posting CBSE from grade 4 to grade 8, chapter wise and exercise wise too, and Tamil Nadu State Board and Maharashtra State Board.